Hello everyone, this is Randy here again, another episode of Farming Simulator 15, and we are playing on the old family farm on the RDL and multiplayer server, and I think we just lost our crops here. Oh well. I am on with Parker at the moment, but he must be a little AFK because he has not responded to my comments, so anyway, harvesting some wheat here, and yes, just as I started recording, I don't know if you guys caught that at the beginning of this video here, you can see those fields going to withered. That is something I left on for the server, just to, make it a little more challenging, I thought. And yes, there are quite a few ripe fields on the server here at the moment, so this is definitely going to be a harvesting episode. Basically just keep on moving to whatever field is next and needs to be harvested here. Yeah, I don't think either of these three fields need to be harvested anymore. Okay, let's see what's next here. And I did slow down time, so hopefully no other fields will go to wither on us here. And we do got 9 way on the opposite side there with wheat. What we'll do, we'll just empty the combine here. Let's move on to the next closest field. Looks like there's some barley to harvest. For that, we are heading to field 11 and 12, I believe it was. So yes, looks like the corn withered as well. It's kind of unfortunate. Oh well. Looks like someone started to harvest it, but they didn't finish, judging by the fact that the header's sitting there. Okay, get the next field started here. And we are saving the straw. I'm not sure if there's really a purpose for it, but we are saving it. At the very least, we can sell it. Makes a little bit of money. Speaking of a little bit of money, we do have 36,000, I guess, at the moment. So we're getting close to affording another tractor. Which will probably be the 6810. Now, I don't have that mod on the server yet, but I do plan on adding it. In fact, if I get done recording this, I may do that. I'll have to see once. But I have time for. Shouldn't be too hard to add that mod. And without looking, I don't recall what website that came off of again. So that is the John Deere 6810. And I'm pretty sure you guys have seen me use that before. I've used it a couple times now. Definitely a nice, small, little tractor. Probably perfect for this map, I would say. Hey, Parker's there. I am recording a little bit later than I typically record here. Had some real-life farm mechanic simulator to do. Helping a coworker rewire a small tractor. One of those jobs where previous owner cobbled it together, and it kept getting cobbled together and cobbled together. So, and yeah, basically the wire became so convoluted nobody could figure it out anymore. So we pretty much ripped it all out and started fresh from a wiring diagram. Ran all new wires. Holyman's going, I didn't quite catch his message. Going bye-bye today? Probably not. Want to get the 6810 on. And yes, like I said, hopefully I'll get around to that after I finish recording this video here. And yes, Parker agrees. Will be a really good tractor. I think Parker's been the one to suggest it a few times now. Yeah, I don't think I'm even that full. 65%, 4,000. Yeah, I'm sure this combine will probably hold this entire field. It's definitely different being able to harvest an entire field without ever having to empty once. Actually, there's probably wheat in that trailer. Not sure if Parker emptied that or not. There was wheat in that trailer, let me put it that way. How much money do we have? 36,000. Actually, almost 37. 36,899. Yeah, real life wise, I've actually been doing quite a bit of farm mechanic simulator here. I missed episode here, was that day before. I was working on my grandpa's tractor. We are converting that tractor from a 6-volt starting system to a 12-volt starting system. As well as, you know, fixing some other minor gimmicks and gotchas on it. And then, yeah, today I was fixing another tractor for a coworker. And like I said, that one had a cobbled together, convoluted wiring system that was impossible to figure out. So rather than try to figure it out, we just ripped it all out. Started fresh. Oh, we did fill the combine up before actually finishing the field. Hey, look at that. Parker, what about adding 5 to 10 cows? Yes, that would probably be a good idea. And just out of curiosity, we'll check here. Sell the 2 Hurleymans. They're... Oh, down at the store we're going to get a little bit more. So let's just say maybe 25,000 a piece for those. So that'll give us about 50. Plus I think suggestion was to sell this cultivator. That'll give us another 5. So we'll probably get about 55,000 out of those. It should be more than enough for the John Deere 6810. I don't recall off the top of my head what that tractor costs again. I know it's not that much, so... Ooh, can't quite get the last little bit. Oh well. Seems like that's the way it goes. Yeah, as far as tractors goes that I'm working on, I was working on a Ferguson, and then today I was working on a Massey Ferguson, so... two older tractors. The Ferguson, I think it's the 1950 something, and the Massey was a 1970, I'd like to say it was. Okay, on to the next field. There's also been a couple people suggesting we plow some of these fields together. I think these were a couple of the fields right here that were suggested. So what is this? 11, 12, and 13. And then I know the other ones I think were 1, 4, and 10. I don't recall off the top of my head if there's any others that were good to be plowed together or not. Pretty sure it was those two sets there. I think with a lot of these fields, they do have hedges and stuff around them. Before you go, could you reset the dudes that Ross put in the pond? Ross put a tractor in the pond, huh? Somehow I don't find that hard to believe. Let's see what's... Go the right way. Let's see if we can find that. Oh yes, there's the dudes in the pond. Okay. Yes, if you use the vehicle switcher mod, you can actually get in the tractor and apparently drive it. So I don't know if you folks remember a few episodes back, we had a tractor, you know, the tires didn't turn and the wheel was stuck and it just drove in circles. Yeah, this is apparently what happened to it. Kind of funny. Let's see, what pond is that? Where is this tractor here? Right there, okay. I hope that's the right one. I think Parker's in the other one. He might be a little upset if the tractor suddenly disappears out from underneath of him. Wait. Okay, back to harvest. Back to more important tasks at hand. And yes, I'm harvesting this field a little bit different than I harvested the first field, I guess. This one I'm going in circles, apparently. As Parker should have fun windrowing this field. And there are some crops in storage too we can sell, so that'll definitely get us a little more money if we have to. Like I said, looking at picking up a 6810 John Deere tractor, and as Parker said, some cows too would be nice. I think we actually do have a manure spreader. No cows though, so we don't have any manure yet. But if we get some cows, that would definitely be able to put that into use. And if not, we could possibly sell the manure spreader too, because yeah, usefulness at this point is non-existent. Just check here. What do I have left for a loan? Oh, we do have 25,000. Okay. rather not use the loan if I don't have to. We do get charged daily for that, so that definitely does hit our money supply just a little bit every time. Okay, I'll read some comments here on last episode. Ross was saying he could do the plowing, you just wanted the GPS mod active. Yeah, the only problem with plowing is, and I think I mentioned this before, the only person that can plow is an admin. So you'd have to have an admin. Actually, I could probably assign that, but I'd rather not, because people, yeah, great problems with that. But that's kind of the issue there. That's probably, I don't know, I might sometime maybe plow these fields together, I'll see once. Ah yes, and Delcom responded back to Ross there. I'm sure you know this, but only admins can plow the fields. And he was saying I should hook Ross up. And yeah, Ross promised he'd be good. Okay. Uh-huh. And I just reset what tractor out of a pond somewhere? Okay, one narrow little strip again. Actually, not even a strip, one little spot. Okay, let's empty this. Hopefully this will all fit the trailer here. And then we can move on to harvesting. Oh, Parker emptied it. Excellent. And move on to harvesting. I believe it's canola next. So barley fields are done, and we got 4 fields of canola. Actually, oh, there's a field of barley down there too yet. But yeah, 4 fields of canola. Okay, harvesting canola. Parker was saying, as for plowing fields together, 11 to 13 should be good. Yes, that is this group of fields right here, the 2 behind me. And then he says 1, 4, and 10. So yes, that is the other group of fields I was mentioning as well. Wouldn't look too silly if we plow these fields together. Probably won't get to it today, but maybe in the next few episodes or days or so, I'll see if I can maybe do that. I'm not sure that'll add necessarily that much, though. Like, there's not that much space between these fields. They're pretty tight together. Parker also pointed out on the Idaho map, the hired worker I was using for harvesting sugar beets said the hired worker is for the topper only, so you cannot actually hire the harvester part of the sugar beets. But because I have a hireable tool on the front of the tractor, I can actually hire a worker. Just it doesn't work too well at times. And yeah, I actually addressed the problem off screen there. You guys will see that next episode on the Idaho map. I've actually switched to using courseplay. It just makes it a whole lot simpler. And then I think I put a regular hired worker on the topping, and I've got courseplay doing the harvesting bit. Colin was asking, where can I get the grain cart? Which grain cart? It's on the Idaho map. I have 2 grain carts. I got the John Deere grain cart, and I have the Bowser grain cart. I would appreciate it if you guys do ask where can I get a mod. You know, be specific on which mod you want. You know, don't just ask, I want that tractor. You know, which tractor do you guys want? Now, usually I'm more than willing to give you guys the link to it. I just need to know which mod you're actually looking for. So, and again, if you guys don't want to wait for me to give you a mod link, the mod list is in the description. 99%, I think 95% of all mods are in the list. I've probably forgotten a few here and there, but for the most part, they are in the list. And speaking of mods, it seems like it's been kind of dry lately as far as mods coming out goes. And a few odds and ends here and there, but not a whole lot the last couple of weeks, I would say. I don't know if mod authors have ran out of stuff to convert or just waiting. Probably got something to do with it too, you know, it's at least where I live anyway, getting to be warmer weather, nicer outside. Get to be, you know, farming season. Although farming in my area's been kind of put on hold for the last week and a half. And really wet and rainy weather. What are we on, our 4th field for harvesting now? Now granted, we didn't quite finish the first field we started, seeing as how it withered away in front of us. We are on our 3rd full field being harvested here. This one's almost done. Okay, on to the next field. I think was that number 7 here? Yes, number 7. I guess there's like a small entrance to the field here. Okay, now they're empty. Got canola fields all over the place here. We got 2 and is that 8? Yes, 8 in front of us there. Need to be harvested today as well. So yeah, like I said, lots of harvesting that can be done this episode. And yes, for those of you wondering about the little John Deere, or maybe not so little, more like a big John Deere and New Holland pull-off, I was attempting their last episode of the Idaho map. Didn't quite get it to work because I couldn't hook the chain up. I did grab a couple of weights and I can hook the chains up that way. So yes, next episode on the Idaho map, hopefully we'll have a little competition between the John Deere and the New Holland. So you folks can place your bets on who you think will win that competition, the John Deere or the New Holland. And I think I mentioned already, I'm placing my bets on the John Deere actually. Even though technically the John Deere's the smaller tractor, horsepower-wise anyway. Now I have to imagine real life too, it's probably weight-wise is also the smaller tractor. The quad track tractors tend to be quite heavy. And by quite heavy, I like to say it's like almost twice as heavy as, say, a John Deere, one of the big John Deere tractors. I know I've seen the weights of them again. I don't recall off the top of my head what they are, but yeah, take a Case quad track, for example, they are a very, very heavy tractor. A lot of weight on the ground there. That's one reason for the tracks. It does give a little better weight distribution. It's supposed to be better for compaction. And of course all that weight means it's got a lot of pulling power too. Yeah, when it comes to tractors, it's not all about horsepower. I mean, obviously horsepower helps, but it's also how much traction you have on the ground. You have all the horsepower in the world, and you don't have no traction, you ain't going nowhere. Plowing privileges, and remember to buy a couple of cows. Probably safely buy the cows, I think. Let's buy, let's buy 10 of them. Like a good number to start with. Now we don't have any money left hardly anymore. Oh, Parker's left. Oh well. Yes, like I was saying, we should be all set for the pull-off here next episode of the Idaho map. Got the tractors more or less set up, but we'll do it the same way I did last episode. You know, just use course play to drive the one tractor. Don't think that there'll be any issues. And like I said, shouldn't be any disadvantage. I know you folks may be thinking, well, you got the, you know, whatever tractor I'm going to drive, I can turn on the diff locks and stuff like that. Well, course play can do that as well. When you see it start getting into the upper ranges of slipping, course play automatically turns the diff locks on. And of course, once the slip reduces back down again, it will shut them off again. And then of course we'll have the four-wheel drive activated. Again, technically we don't have to activate the four-wheel drive because course play will actually activate that once it starts slipping. So everything should be relatively fair, hopefully. Got the same weights on both tractors. Weights are required so I can actually hook up the tow chain mod. Apparently the tow chain mod must require the high hitch rather than the standard lower hitches that are on both the John Deere and the New Holland. Didn't have any problem with the 7280 because that 7280 actually does have, the John Deere 7280 does actually have the high hitch on it, so that's why that tractor worked. Apparently the non-red end of the tow chain can actually attach to any attacher point on the tractor. But yeah, if you're using the red end of the tow chain, you do have to have the high hitch, which is kind of disappointing. A lot of the bigger tractors do not actually have that. And by bigger tractors, talking, you know, the New Holland, the Case quad track, the bigger New Hollands, the T8s. T6, I believe, still has it yet. And of course the big case as well does not have a high hitch either, so yes, I do have my prediction as to who will win that race, and I've told you guys that I think already, as I've also told you why I think it'll win the race. Yes, let me know your thoughts, guys. Who do you think will win that race? New Holland or John Deere? Okay, folks, and looking at the time, looks like it's time to call it an episode again. So yeah, if folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.